Good morning, friends. This is your old girl, Melanie Rose, here to share your daily aspects. Today is Saturday, November 13, 2021. The sun is in Scorpio today. Transformation is the name of the game at this time of year. It is evident and necessary as we watch the seasons shift from warmer to colder. While the sun is in Scorpio, we come to understand, each in our own way, that transformation doesn't come from just wishing it so. There is healing to be done. To walk away from the life that no longer serves us, we must leave behind some things, some thoughts, some attitudes, and ways of being that may have worked well for us in the past. Every new beginning is preceded by the end of something else. And when we attend to the endings with consciousness and care, this makes the fresh start that much sweeter. The moon is in Pisces all day today. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, so the moon in Pisces is interpreted as the end of the cycle. Moon in Pisces is a dreamy time to relax, play, and reflect. Let's take a look at these planets and aspects before we get into any further interpretation. I have prepared a legend of the symbols we'll be looking at today so that we can start with an idea of some of the energies we'll be working with. Ever present on the daily agenda, we have the sun, which represents our outer life. That is who we are when we walk out the door, the person that people meet when they meet us or make friends with us online. That has to do with who we are when we are being social, when we're at work, or when we're out in the civic sphere. Also, we have the moon here today. As always, the moon represents our inner life. This is our relationship with ourselves, our emotions and intuitions, and it also relates to our domestic sphere. So where we are at home, who we are when we're at home, and whom we are at home with. And I just want to say that the waxing gibbous energy of this moon advises us to focus our energies toward meeting some short-term goals so that we have a celebration, a reason to have a celebration on the new moon next Friday. Furthermore, we have Mercury. Mercury represents the intellect. That is, especially our day-to-day thoughts, communications, the plans that we make, and the traveling around that we do. And we also have Uranus here. Uranus represents change, or really encourages us to do things differently, which usually brings about change, which, again, name of the game right now. We'll have Neptune on board. Neptune is about our relationship to the human collective, and how we stand in the flow of the human spirit. And we have Pluto on board today. Pluto is endings and beginnings, death and rebirth, the extremes of things. As for, let's see, who did I miss? Oh, I missed Chiron. Chiron represents how to heal. And I missed Venus is down here representing the full moon in Taurus, and that's our love and money, or our relationship to those people and things that we value the most. As for the aspects that we have today, we have an opposition. Opposition generally represents the potential for conflict, but it's also an opportunity to find the balance in a situation. We have conjunct. Conjunct amplifies the effects of both of the planets present. We have a trine, which is very positive energy, harmonious vibration, and then we have sextile, which is also a positive energy. These, the energy of this is cooperative, so these planets can really generate something positive. And as far as signs that we have up on the board today, we have Scorpio because the sun is in Scorpio, Pisces because the moon is in Pisces, and we have Taurus, which is the upcoming full moon. I have divided our aspects into two columns, one for each of our luminaries. The moon sheds light on our nights, and it creates relatively brief aspects that mostly apply to ambient energies that may or may not have much impact on our moods in the privacy of our hearts and homes. The sun sheds light on our days, and I address the rest of the planets on this side because these aspects take longer and they have more of an impact on our actions and interactions out in the world. We start with the sun today. Today is 2 of 2 for Sun trine Neptune, which you can probably barely see right there. The outer self has been in a very positive position with the human collective. We are sensitive to the needs and desires of those people around us, and yet we get the understanding that the best way sometimes to support the collective is to act on the realization of our own goals, dreams, and intentions. This aspect comes around only twice a year and represents a great opportunity to manifest some of our higher social, civic, and career-related desires. Manifest social and career goals. Or gals. I might say goals. There we go. And today is day 2 of 4 for this Mars Conjunct Chiron. Our sense of initiative is in a wobbly state with Chiron, which represents our healing. We innocently desire to do things that make us feel good, but that can come across to others as selfish or mean or simply out of touch. Mars always brings with it the possibility of someone being easily provoked, so heated conversations are not off the menu at this time. I advise be cool, Fonzies. As for today, I give these in Central Standard Time. At 9:57 a.m., Mercury runs in opposition to Uranus. This brings us some short attention spans and a certain compulsion to move quickly during this 2-day aspect. Our thoughts change quickly, and this can create internal and external conflict. This is another slow down and follow through kind of message. The aspect comes around once a year. 2 days. Slow down. Follow through. Advice in life and bullying. And then at 6:18 p.m., the sun runs trine with the moon. The outer life and the inner life are in complete accord here. We know what we want, we know how to get it, and we know it will all go pretty well for us. This aspect lasts about 1 day. I'm going to call this personal accord. Getting along well with ourselves. As for the moon, my aim here on the moon side is to give brief descriptions of the energy of each aspect and then hopefully tie them together to get a snapshot of the day in moony moods. So let's see how it works out for us today. At 3:46 p.m., the moon will make a conjunct with Neptune. So when the moon comes in aspect with Neptune, we are generally more sensitive to the people around us, but it can feel a bit much when we're in conjunct. If we can filter out the background noise, we may actually get to use our intuitive powers here for the general good. But no one will blame you if you choose to pull back rather than risk getting overwhelmed. So, sensitivity is high. Pull back if it's too much. Otherwise, this 2-hour aspect is a great time to use your emotions and intuitions to sense what's going on in the community around you. And then at 11:40 p.m. tonight, the moon makes a sextile with Pluto. This is a void, of course, moon. This aspect tends to bring up some thoughts or emotions we generally keep under wraps. Whether the remembering is pleasant or not, the result of the recall will help us bring about something positive in our life. So, deep memories, emotions. Positive overall experience. So I would say that today's lunar energy signature is one of heightened sensitivity in general. We may be exposed to some things we would rather not be, but we have the tools at our disposal to generate something positive from the experience. Coming up next week, we will see a full moon in Taurus, and a couple of days later, the sun will make ingress into Sagittarius. And we will talk about these things and more in upcoming episodes. That's it for today, friends. This has been your Daily Aspects, an astrological weather forecast for Saturday, November 13, 2021. If you haven't already, please like my video and subscribe to the Old Girl channel. I will leave this up here for about 30 seconds so that you can have time to look it over. Thank you so much for being here with me today. My name is Melanie Rose, and I will be back here to see you all tomorrow for more Daily Aspects.